Welcome everyone. This is the Fashion, Beauty, Luxury Pitch Night at the Startup Club. My name is Mathilde and I'm your host tonight. And I'm very happy to see you all here tonight. And in a while, I will share my contact details in the chat and I will be happy to connect with all of you. And also, if you want to share your contact details, like you can start networking with the other participants, you can do that. I will share also the schedule of the event and the link to the pitch decks. Tonight we have 5 companies presenting, and if you have any questions you can ask the presenters in a private message or in the general chat. And if there is some extra time, I will read out the questions. So shortly about the Startup Club, we are a one-stop shop for the global entrepreneur community. Our vision is to assist businesses in their funding rounds and growth by connecting entrepreneurs with investors, advisors, mentors in the startup ecosystem. And how do we do that? We do it through a series of pitch nights and investor networking conferences. We have been doing it for over 10 years now, and we are focusing on various industries such as EdTech, Health Tech, Green Tech, Food and Agri, Fashion, Beauty and Luxury, and a new one, AI conference, which is coming up in September. I will share the links to free tickets in the chat in a little while as well. So if you're interested, you can just click and enter your email and you will receive a free link. Yes, so as I said, we are 5 companies and very happy to have you here tonight. We have, now I will announce shortly the names of the companies. So the pitch number 1 is House of IRYSS, a revolutionary ecosystem for independent brands, presented by Ronan McKenna. Pitch number 2, Moda Match, generative AI technology solutions for apparel imagery with James Bloomfield. Pitch number 3, Valupa, next generation of fossil-free buckles, buttons, and accessories using new technologies, presented by Sarah Jankowski and Ulrike Butcher. Pitch number 4 is Mia Belle Girls, girls clothing, accessories, and matching mother-daughter looks, presented by Rafi Nagli. And pitch number 5 is Brella, high-performance, customizable, packable, waterproof rain jacket, retractable with a retractable hood, presented by Hugh Rundle. So yes, and the event should conclude at around 8 p.m. Prague time. So yes, looking forward. Shortly about the format, we have each presenter will have 20 minutes to present in total. So it's like 7 minutes to present and then 13 minutes feedback. So I will put a timer on to 7 minutes, then it will be a beep, and then a second timer 13 minutes. That will be the feedback part, and then we move on to the next. So yeah, if you decide that you want to continue pitching longer than 7 minutes, you can do it, but then it will be shorter feedback. But I will not cut you completely out if you want to use more time. So yes, and we have 4 advisors who will give the feedback. We have Laura, Samuel, Luca, and Claire tonight with us. So who would like to, maybe Samuel, would you like to introduce yourself first?
Sure. I'll be more than happy to. Samuel Alexander, I'm the CEO of C2C Fashion and Technology. We are a global fashion and technology ecosystem. We have a C2C collab, which we incubate next generation fashion and technology startups. We specialize in smart factories, smart networks, and smart products for smart cities. We're pioneering utilitarian smart nanobiotech products. Our goal is to bridge the fashion and technology industry. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Glad to have you here again with us. And yes, let's ask maybe Claire, would you like to introduce yourself? Claire? Cannot hear you.
Hi, everyone.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi, Claire.
Hi. Thanks for your presentations, all really interesting, and I'm really excited to hear your pitches tonight. My name's Claire Kent. I've been working with consumer companies for almost 40 years. First as a retail and luxury goods analyst for 25 years, and since then as an independent advisor. And I'm currently an advisor for Prada SA, and I work for a small corporate finance boutique. But I'm very much looking forward to your presentations.
Thank you very much, Claire. And let's ask Laura for her presentation.
Hello, good night, everyone, and thank you, Mathilde, for having me. I've been working in the fashion, luxury, and beauty industry for over 24 years this year at the intersection of technology, basically advising companies on their digital innovation challenges at Accenture, Deloitte Digital, and PwC. And I founded two startups, two fashion tech startups, and I'm now CEO and co-founder of Dress for Good, which is my last startup, founded in 2022, where we are like a studio for fashion and luxury brands, especially working with AI. And we are also helping the fashion and luxury brands in integrating startups within an open innovation approach.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Laura, for your presentation. And our fourth advisor is Luca. Hi, Luca. Would you like to introduce yourself to the audience?
No microphone.
Hi.
Hi, Mathilde. Thanks for having me again, my second time.
Yeah.
I'm Luca, based in Munich in Germany. We're trying to be a little like you, Samuel. We're developing our own ecosystem, not only technology and fashion, but more on the pure digital side. So we have an investment arm, we have digital communication arms, we have a few companies in AI. And we're trying, as I said, to build our own ecosystem, investing in companies that are interesting for us. The difference is we're based only in Europe so far, especially in Switzerland, Austria, Italy, and Germany. But we're also striving to be more global in the future. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Luca. All right, thank you all for the introductions. We can jump right into the first presentation, which is House of IRYSS with Ronan McKenna. So hi Ronan, are you already online? Or is someone else presenting for Ronan?
I think Ronan have the microphone muted.
Yeah.
Okay.
You need to unmute it, Ronan. It's on the left corner.
Yeah, I still cannot hear you, Ronan. No, cannot hear you. Thank you. And we will now go back to the first presenter, the House of IRYSS with Ronan. So hi, Ronan.
Hi, guys. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, yes. Perfect.
Apologies, Zoom froze my my computer screen there, and I couldn't actually get it up. So give me one second.
Problem.
I'll just bring up our presentation. Great. Can everybody see the presentation, guys?
Yes, can see it.
Yeah.
Yep.
Excellent. So I'll start now. So just to give you a brief background on IRYSS and what it is and what our mission is. So we're basically at the late stages of building the first omni-channel platform for SME brands. It gives them really a clear path to scale. It connects brands, resellers, and creators into one collaborative ecosystem and provides the infrastructure to operate with the same reach, efficiency, cost advantage as the major players in the market. It's particularly important mission at the moment because SME brands, especially in Europe, are facing a lot of challenges. And our mission is very simple. It's really to build the next generation connected marketplace that removes barriers to SME growth and unlocks their full potential at global scale. It's a collaborative commerce ecosystem where brands, resellers, and creators grow faster by growing together. So just to look at the TAM size, so really SMEs dominate the landscape in Europe at the moment. The total spend on fashion, beauty, home and lifestyle in the EU is 690 billion. Of all of the brands in the EU, 99% of those brands are made up of SMEs, yet fewer than 5% sell across multiple channels and only 12% sell outside their home market. So that obviously points to a massive issue for SMEs in expanding. We've identified at the lowest estimate 200,000 plus SME brands and over 1 million resellers and creators that are active in the market today across Europe. SME businesses account for over 63% of the employment in retail and 85% of customers surveyed on a Eurobarometer scale was basically 85% would prefer to shop local or independently. So what are the reasons really that SMEs can't scale? And I've only listed a few of many that we've identified. But obviously within Europe, you have the cross-border complexity, different languages, different tax regimes, and obviously Brexit has caused a lot of delays as well. Current marketplaces are really built for larger brands or for different business models than the ones that SMEs can work with. And many of the platforms that exist today are flooded with low-cost imports from Asia. Most brands have all of their cash tied up essentially, so they can't reinvest in growth or take advantage of the different tools and everything that are coming to the market. Supply chain risk is one of the biggest ones. So SME brands face a huge issue with supply chain. Production, design, staff costs are very high in this field, and all production has moved to mostly to Asia. So all the European factories that previously did lower MOQ orders are all closed down. SMEs don't have any economy of scale, so they pay more for everything. Essentially, cost per unit, cost per for everything. There's a lot of disconnected tools. So most SME brands are using Shopify. Shopify, obviously, you have 20 different apps and you still don't have a Shopify store that operates in a very automated way. AI is out of reach for all SMEs at the moment. And their margins are squeezed, especially in Europe where inflation has just gone through the roof and the cost of everything has gone up, and that's really squeezed the margins for SMEs. So what is the IRYSS platform? The IRYSS platform, we have looked at all of the relevant channels for SMEs to get to the market, and we brought it into one streamlined, simplified system. So what IRYSS platform is made up of, it's one platform and ecosystem. It has a B2C marketplace, which obviously we run, and that's similar to other marketplaces like Zalando in terms of its running. We have a B2B with drop shipping functionality. So essentially we have a B2B store where resellers, influencers, creators are able to basically connect their Shopify store or any other web builder to our B2B list of products that they want to sell. And then that automatically syncs onto their website and they're able to sell the product without buying it. As an order comes in, it comes back to our order management system, is routed to the brand, who then fulfills the order direct to the consumer who's bought it through the reseller website. So we've just basically cut out all of the parts of the chain. We've also, it's not ready to launch yet, but it's in progress. We've a Shopify replacement, as in a website builder, a no-code website builder that's connected to the marketplace centrally. So you have one dashboard, you can manage your own website, your B2B and your B2C channels all within one central dashboard. So totally cuts out the complexity. We've also then got a content sharing library where all of the brands, as they create content for their products, there's a library basically with all of the content that they've created. Resellers, creators, influencers, whoever is able to go, whoever's listing that product is able to go on, take down that content and share it across their own channels. So we obviously amplify the content massively that way and give brands basically cost-effective solution to reach as many customers as possible. And all of the financial elements of this are already built in and automated. So brands can either choose to operate with IRYSS as your merchant of record, as in they have no financial reporting requirements. They just receive the funds that they get. And also a non-MOR model, which allows larger brands basically to just come on and operate through our channels. And the system, so we really built a system, and I don't want to go into this too much because it's quite technical, but basically we have a lot of different channels, and the more people that use it, we have a lot of data that's coming in. We basically essentially pool that data. We built a system with microservices, so all of that data that comes in goes into AI-enabled microservices and trains the microservices more over time. So the system becomes faster, stronger, and more accurate over time, essentially. And that's just a little bit how we've tried to build a system. So one of the interesting elements is obviously we have been an SME ourselves. We've also run a production factory, and my family business is 35 years in multi-brand retail. So we actually understand the full scale of what's involved in running the brand from a very intricate standpoint. So we've looked at, for this platform and with this particular segment of the market, we really needed to solve the operational problem as well as the actual just technical problem at the front. So basically, we've designed services that allow brands to offload all of the operational side of their business to us, and we centralize that. So we've essentially built a large brand infrastructure and plugged in many smaller brands. And that consists of a design room. So we have a very high-tech design room where brands can come in, spend 1 or 2 days and do their full collection in 1 or 2 days. We then oversee the production management. Once the garments are ready and produced, then we do the photography at source. So as the garments are being shipped across into Europe from Egypt, then we essentially all of the marketing campaign content is ready, and brands are ready to launch. One of the biggest issues in Europe is obviously the multilingual side of it, and we basically provide customer service in multilingual that also handles social media. And we've also got a lot of fulfillment 3PL partners that we've basically plugged together to create one marketplace level fulfillment solution. So what this enables really is a totally new business model for SME brands. It's obviously very, very cost effective when we create a larger infrastructure and plug the smaller brands in, as all of the costs of that infrastructure are shared at a fraction of the cost of brands actually obtaining it themselves. So what the business model basically enables is brands to grow without hiring internal teams. Services are modular, so brands only use what they need. Launch products in days, not months. Expand internationally without actually having to set up local operations. Reach new customers through built-in resellers and creators. So everything is amplified. Brand goes onto the platform, and that gets amplified out. And then, like, we really hope that brands can collaborate across the entire ecosystem to try and look new revenue streams, essentially. It delivers lower cost, faster time to market, no need for agencies or in-house staff, global reach without actually having to invest massively upfront in that, growth powered by shared demand and pool distribution, and a scalable system to get stronger with every brand that's on board. So obviously the big thing with marketplaces is the network effect, and we've really purposely tried to build every part of the platform to basically self-expand and through collaborative approach. So how it actually works is brands upload products into the system, resellers add them to their stores and sell on performance. Creators then take the content and amplify across their social media channels to drive reach. And each action that happens within the marketplace has a knock-on effect and drives value for others. And that obviously reduces the reliance on paid acquisition costs. It creates organic growth, content and products that circulate throughout the whole network, reach and discoverability without conversion, a local ripple effects drive market by market expansion, and the system compounds in value. So how do IRYSS actually earn revenue? So we actually have a number of revenue streams built in within this model because we take care of the full cycle. We have marketplace listing fees. So for a brand to list on one channel is 240, and to list on both B2C and B2B is 280. Then for the services, we have bundle plans where they can use all of the services for $1,500 a month, up to $3,000 a month, and that's depending on sales volume. We have then the regular transaction commissions that brands have on a marketplace, so 23% for B2C and 15% for B2B. We've also really built the platform. This is quite interesting with franchising and licensing. So we want to try to expand reach as quickly as possible. So especially within the fashion space, if you have a brand in Europe and they basically have access to the Australian market, they have a crossover summer season, so they have 12 months of summer season when you take in the Australian, New Zealand, Brazilian markets. Now, we would never get there quickly, but by actually licensing that our marketplace to a provider over there, we're able to expand a lot quicker than through our own paid channels. We have premium service models, so any one of the services are available as just one service if the brand wants. And production and fulfillment margins, we have 60 to 80% markup on all of these. So this obviously delivers reoccurring revenue. We've designed this model that each part of the platform is basically paid by fees. So the marketplace fees pay for a lot of the operational fees that we have, and we have quite a high markup on that. We've also got a dual market structure. So Italy is obviously the front end. We keep a small high value team in Italy to deal with the front end of the marketplace, and then all operational side in Egypt. And we've been in Egypt for 2 years now, more 2.5 years. We've interviewed, we've tested, and we're well used to operating there. So that reduces our operational cost by about 10 times essentially. Moving on then, so our attraction so far, so our
excuse me, Ronan.
Yeah.
We have like 8 minutes left. Would you like to move to the feedback part now, or how much you have left?
I have a couple of slides. I'll just run through the traction quite quickly, just to give that, and then we can move on. So our MVP is totally complete. We have a confirmed pipeline of brands ready to onboard. We basically submitted all the finance applications to the government schemes in Europe already, and we're just awaiting the feedback on those. We have a high-level team already onboarded. All our business assets are secured, and we've kind of been running this marketplace through the services and everything else by testing for the last couple of years, essentially. And just to give you a quick introduction to our team, there's myself, Ronan, the CEO. David is our CTO, and he's the owner and manager of Aveti, which is a large marketplace enterprise platform that powers over 1,000 brands, basically, including very large enterprise ones in the US and Canada. Gabrielle, who's the head of operations. Lewis, who's been with me for 5 years in production and running the factory. He's over 30 years experience. And Miguel, who you've seen, who is basically our head of content. We're basically looking for an equity investment of 500,000. We put in 200,000 ourselves, plus what we spent the last couple of years. And the two government schemes are 800,000 from Smart and Start Italia and 600,000 from the SME Guarantee Fund. And that's basically low impact loans, basically, from the government. And that's the end.
Okay, thank you so much, Ronan. Thank you for the pitch. Okay, let's move to the feedback. We don't have much time, so we keep it to one point or question each. And let's start with Luca this time.
Okay, now I'm back, right?
Hi, Luca.
Hi. Hold on. So here I am. Super impressive. I like that. I come from SME, I come from Germany, I come from retail, I come from fashion, so perfect. If that works, I really like it. Who's your competition? I didn't quite get that.
To be honest, Luca, really within this space and for the specific segment of our market, we don't have competition. You have Zalando, they're absolutely flooded with larger brands, totally different business model to what we're running. You have About You, which is the same, only a younger market. Brands can obviously get onto Amazon, but do you get any visibility on Amazon? I think paid acquisition is cheaper than Amazon. So listen, within this space, we don't have any competition. And I think the services back end really gives us an operational advantage. So you've got Wolf and Badger, they're a B2C marketplace based in the UK, recently expanded to America. And Wolf and Badger, basically, the biggest issue that they have is the product cost is too high for these brands. So rather than producing a dress like a Zara would or a large brand would for 20 euros, they're producing it for 60 or 50. And with the markup, they end up at 250. So there's no mass market appeal for these brands. So Wolf and Badger have to spend a lot more to try and make a sale. We're trying to bring all those costs down for SMEs and run it through a centralized marketplace.
Makes total sense. And what kind of customers you have acquired already?
So like, we've been in the retail business for a long time. So we stock over 120 brands in Ireland. That's my mother's business. I've also had my own factory in Portugal for 5 years. Recently expanded to Egypt to try and get the cost effectiveness, and we've produced for a lot of SME brands through that as well. So all of those have been onboarded and ready to come on. Our multi-brand retail store, we know everybody in Ireland and a few people in the UK, so they're also ready to come on straight away.
But you're not online yet, right?
No, we're basically just testing our platform at the moment. So David and the Yvette team have been building it probably for 6 months now. So we're just testing at the moment and trying to get it soft launched with the few brands that are close to us, so we can really start to build traction from there. But in terms of revenue, we have turned over revenue because obviously we've actually, in Egypt, I've actually created 10,000 brands across 15 factories already. So I've run these smaller orders through the factories to try and build a system, identify the problems, and we've done that. And in doing that, we've generated some revenue, which has kept momentum going. So to date, we've spent probably about 170,000 getting to this stage. That's before our own 200,000 of founder capital going in there.
All right, cool. Thanks so much. Sounds amazing.
No problem. Thank you.
Thank you, Luca. Who would like to go next? I don't think we can hear from everybody.
No problem.
So
I'll go next. I have some quick questions. I'll ask real quick.
Yeah.
Okay. Number one, the tariffs. How is that going to affect your business going forward?
Absolutely no effect, Samuel. The biggest issue we have is all the brands are trying to get into Egypt because it has no tariffs with the US under a previous agreement. So I think Egypt and Morocco are the only two countries with no tariffs for apparel into the US.
Okay. Second quick question is on your cataloging. I'm sorry, your websites. Are you building passive websites, or are they going to be interactive with bots and avatars?
No, so our plan is to build it with microservices. So like we'll obviously start off with something that's simple and works, and then keep expanding that. At the moment, we can plug in anything to our system, but as we custom develop everything, then we'll obviously pick the highest value parts of the system to custom develop and plug in, plug out.
And how do you feel that on-demand manufacturing that's being developed here in the US is going to affect your business?
It's not going to affect it at all because, listen, the beauty of Egypt is we have a ro-ro shipping line basically between Egypt and Italy, so we can get the goods into Europe within 2 days for sea shipping costs. Some products can be automated, but things like women's dresses and products like that, you can't automate that with machines. You can automate certain parts of it, but you still need the labor. So I don't see that changing. And the model that we've built is basically, what we want to do is provide Shein level speed and infrastructure for many small brands to plug into. And that's where the design room comes in. The brands can come in, they've got 3,000 samples, they can customize the patterns straight away in there. We've done all the pre-sourcing into small quantities, and brands are just able to launch products every month rather than trying to get these big bulk shipments in out of Asia, cost of storing them, no quality control on them. We completely remove that complexity.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Thank you. Claire, would you like to say, do you have a comment or question?
Just very quickly. So just to be 100% clear, are you also going to have a consumer-facing marketplace yourself, like Wolf and Badger, as well?
Yes.
Yeah.
So we're B2B, B2C and B2B. So we have 2 separate marketplaces. Listen, they're the exact same marketplaces, only the pricing is different. And obviously the resellers, as in multi-brand retail, boutiques, things like that, will only access the B2B list of products and then download them. But we're also going to drive our own sales. It's higher margin. And there's a lot of power in B2C that you don't get with B2B. So we see the functionality of those essentially the same. And a lot of it is built on live commerce. So the B2C side, we basically have a very robust live commerce strategy, basically to drive sales and do it cost effectively.
Okay, thank you.
No problem.
Thank you, Claire. Okay, well, 45 seconds for Laura.
Thank you, Donna. I was really impressed. So thank you for sharing. And this is amazing. I'm based in Milan, Italy. So I saw that you have your manufacturing operations split between Italy and Egypt. Is that correct?
Yeah. Yes, yeah. So the design room and the content creation and onboarding brands will be done in Italy. The high valued customer facing, but all the back-end operational stuff that's really expensive to do in Europe and Italy especially, we'll probably try to run it from Egypt.
Okay, thank you. And I have a quick curiosity about the onboarding process for the brands. If you can share very quickly something.
Yes, so we've actually got a mass ethical data scraping. So we're basically scraping the internet with in 30 different countries, onboarding brands, automatically emailing them every single week. And then brands go to our page, they sign up, and then somebody contacts them to walk them through how to sign up, how to connect their store, everything. So Egypt gives us that personal touch that we can actually have an agent to run them through it and do it fast and get everything connected easily.
Thank you.
No problem.
Thank you, Ronan, and thank you, the advisors, for the questions. And we will now move to the third presenter, which is Valupa, presented by Sarah and Ulrike. So whenever you're ready, Sarah and Ulrike, I will start the timer.
Hello, everyone.
Hi.
I think Ronan has to share end his presentation because he's still in presentation mode.
Yeah.
Thank you. Meanwhile, hi everyone. We're happy to be with you this evening, and we will briefly start with sharing our presentation. If you can already see it, please let us know. You can? Okay, perfect.
Yes, and it's not in full screen, but
okay.
Yeah, now it's full screen. Yeah.
Okay, great. So good evening, everyone. From Berlin. My name is Sarah.
And I'm Ulrike.
And we are the founders of Valupa. And we are producing and developing sustainable and biodegradable fashion trims for the fashion industry. So our plan or our mission is to take plastic out of fashion. And we're doing this with our trims, which you can also, you can see some of them here, but also with our own Valupa Next Gen material, which is also biodegradable and 100% fossil-free. And this material will not only be adaptable for the fashion industry, but also for further industries. And why are we doing it? As most of you will probably know, the fashion industry is the second biggest polluter of our times. And one of the main reasons for that is the very high usage of fossil-based plastics within our industry. And these leads to a huge release of microplastics into our nature. And while there are already more and more alternatives for the textile and leather space, there are hardly any alternatives for the trim section.
So what is our solution, actually? We start from scratch and look at the material itself. We only work with 100% bio-based and compostable materials. And we also develop our own material where we use leftovers from the food, cosmetic, and textile industry to improve the properties of the base material. Also, we look at the design itself and make it more circular. Here you can see our first material MVP. I also try to show a little bit in here. And also we have already 5 products from the base material on the market. And also we have our first patent for the buckle. It's a modular system where you can exchange the product and repair, for example, a backpack. Here you can see our circular system. So in the end, if our product comes back into nature, it will solve on the ground with the bacteria from the ground without shredding any microplastic. And also if it comes back into recycling systems, it can be recycled as well.
We are operating in a B2B business model, seeing an average of 70% margin, obviously depending on the type of product and quantities. And once our own bio-based material will get to market readiness, we will also be able to generate additional revenue streams, such as converting our competitors into paying customers or going into different industries, such as the automotive space. We have launched our first product, as Ulrike already said, at the end of last year. And since then, we've been working with international brands such as Kent. We're also working with the Design Academy of Zalando. And we are currently in different onboarding processes with additional international brands. We are operating in a very attractive market. The market for fashion supplies is valued at 60 billion euros. We are targeting to generate a yearly revenue only from our trimmings, not from the selling of our own material, of 17 million euros. And we're also in a market which is rapidly changing at the moment due to many new restrictions coming up within the next year. Microplastic restriction within the EU is one of them, but also in the United States and also India, there are new regulations coming up which will make our trimmings inevitable for the fashion industry.
Our competitors mainly use fossil-based resources. There are a few who use bio-based materials, but mostly only for buttons. There are also some companies who use recycled materials, but they also will end up in nature and will shred microplastic. And we are actually offering a wide range of bio-based products, which are also produced in Germany. We have a very diverse team. I'm original textile and surface designer. I developed a first material from eggshell during my studies. Later on, I worked in the fast fashion industry as a sales manager as well. And yeah, got deep knowledge from that industry. Today at Valupa, I also work at the 3D printing department for our prototypes. And yeah, I'm a specialist in injection molding process for scaling up and for the strategy.
I myself have a strong background in business administration, having studied business with a focus on entrepreneurship and innovation management. I have worked in that space for many, many years, focusing on marketing, strategy, consulting. I'm also a trained coach, and also Valupa is not my first company I have founded before. Our team is backed up by Asmin, who is responsible for our material innovation. She has previously worked at the Fraunhofer Institute, and by Alexander, who is responsible for our whole IT infrastructure. And we have just welcomed
Ernst,
sorry, to our team, who will take over the sales department. Since we have first founded in 2022, we have reached some milestones. To name you a few, we have successfully raised an angel round of 550K. We are also received some state funding of the state of Brandenburg, which we are located in. We have already launched products, as you know, working with first clients. Got our first patent and actually just applied for our first patent in the United States. And we are a regular exhibitor at international trade shows, such as Premier Vision in Paris or Future Fabrics Expo in London and New York. We are currently raising 1.2 million euros in order to scale our production, bring new products onto the market to meet customers' needs, and obviously to boost our own material development to bring the material into the market. And we are also planning to hire further key personnel.
So let's do it together. We hope that yeah, you liked our story, and we would love to get in conversation with you now.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Amazing with the timing also, I must say. But it's very well done, thank you. All right, let's begin with Laura this time. Laura?
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, I'm here. Thank you. I like a lot the solution and also the development that you have shared with us. So thank you again for your presentation. I have only a quick question about the 3D printing part and also a little bit of the designing part, because some of the brands also in your target are our clients, so I know them very well. So that's why I'm like asking these questions. Starting with the 3D printing process, are you using only for the rapid prototyping, or have you developed, or is it possible to develop also kind of a limited edition or kind of limited numbers or on-demand production based also on 3D printing?
Yes, we actually have an additional for that because yeah, so we start with 3D printing prototypes. We show them at our trade fairs, and then we get feedback from our customers, and then we go into mass production. So it is also possible, like if a customer comes to us and has a certain need or a certain idea or another size of a product, then we can start with 3D printing it, giving it to him. He can try it, he can sew it into his garments, and then later on gives us feedback, and then we can start with mass production.
And are you, oh, thank you. And are you doing the 3D printing internally? I mean, or with third parties internally?
Yes,
Okay,
yes,
perfect.
yes. We are also using bio-based materials for that.
Yeah, of course, of course. And so your bio-based materials can be, of course, used for any kind of 3D printing product, right?
Yes, and we even recycle it in-house.
Yeah, okay. And thank you so much. I'll be definitely get in touch.
Thank you. Looking forward to that.
Thank you, Laura. Let's ask for Claire's feedback.
Thank you very much for your presentation. Just two quick questions. The first question is, how does the cost of your trims, be it buttons or a buckle or something, compare to a standard product for an apparel manufacturer?
So obviously we cannot totally compete with traditional plastic. I think this is obvious, but we always compare ourselves with one of our competitors called Fitlock. I'm sure most of you will be familiar with them, and they are famous for their buckle, which works with a magnetic system, and their buckle is the same pricing as our buckle. So we know this is a pricing which is established and also accepted within the industry. So we are mid-priced, I would say, but not overpriced. So we can still compete, giving the benefit of biodegradability, and also for companies who are planning to reach their goals of going completely plastic free within the next years, and they can reach that goal with us. So together with that, it's accepted pricing.
And also we also develop basic products like lingerie rings, for example, and we can scale those a lot faster. And as we scale, the product gets a lot cheaper. So that is also like a second way to go to become cheaper.
Thank you. And then my second question is, if your business really takes off, what will stop the big competitors really going into your precise area?
Well, I mean, first of all, we have our own material. We can actually, sell our material to the competitors. That's the idea. So we can actually, get a benefit of it. Also, right now, for example, we are very secret about what we use, and we rather go for certificates for the textile industry. Right now, we are in the process for GOATS certification, so we don't have to, show all the details of our material right away.
But maybe also to add on that, it's a very R&D heavy process to get to the phase of the material where we are at. So as Ulrike said, I think some of our competitors probably, it will be easier for them to actually buy our products and then use it for their own products to get maybe that add of sustainability, rather than going from scratch and starting the whole R&D phase themselves.
And also we are asked a lot on trade fairs, and we know our competitors also want to know what we are using. We are always, we have our way to explain the story about it, but not to tell what exactly are we using, because there are the competitors who want to know what we are using.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Claire. And let's ask for Luca's feedback now.
Thank you for the presentation, really good. Where's the production taking place if you don't do the 3D printing?
We have a producer close by, actually, in Brandenburg.
Okay.
He is also capable of scaling to huge amounts. He's also working for the automotive industry and for Asia. So he has a capacity to scale really big. And we obviously also choose him because he's very close. We can drive there, and we can talk about changes within the product.
And that being said, obviously, we know that one producer will not be enough, or it wouldn't be wise to only rely on one producer. So at the moment, we're also building up a network with additional producers, actually talking to one who's in the south of Germany, in Bavaria, to be precise. So we're slowly but steadily building up our network.
Bavaria is always good.
It's true. Yeah, I'm from Bavaria. So yeah, this is actually
What's the minimum quantities you normally have on your products?
Well, I mean, right now as a startup, you start with lower quantities, but we start with 500 pieces. But we also have a reseller already who starts with even lower quantities, but he is doing, you know, all the smaller parts. So
quantities. So it's Lebenskleidung. So maybe some of you will know. Also, we started talking to a second reseller in New Zealand, actually. So we can also actually cover a different region of the world, which would probably not be as accessible for us if we wouldn't be working with a partner over there.
What I didn't really get is the sales strategy. How do you go about that?
Mostly our sales strategy and what works best, not only for us, but for probably all the suppliers and within the industry, is actually going to trade shows, because this is where all the sourcers and designers go to look for their new materials for upcoming collections. And this is where you have your first point of contact, and then you basically take it from there. We also have our own website, which we have to say is at the moment needs to get some refreshments, but also in the future, customers will also be able to buy our trims via a B2B online store. And also we got first customers via our social media channels.
Okay, cool.
Main strategy is actually trade shows.
Okay. Last question was what does Valupa mean?
It's a mixture of value and parts.
So it's valuable parts.
Oh, okay, cool. Yeah. Got it. Cool. Thank you.
Thank you, Luca. And now there is Samuel.
Sure, girls, ladies, I should say, I think y'all did an incredible job, and I like the product a lot. I also have a collaborative partner here in Austin that I'd like to introduce you guys to. They manufacture 3D printers, but they're also doing individual 3D printers for the homes.
Thank you. Yeah, that would be great.
Yeah, so
getting new connections.
You're ahead of the curve right now.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
We have a little bit of time, Samuel.
Oh, sure. I was going to ask, as far as your intellectual property, do you have patents or anything applied, or you do have them applied? Okay, I just want to make sure. And as far as the ability to scale, you said you were looking at that. Are you looking at building your own facilities or just utilizing the ones that are existing?
Yeah, we kind of starting a mix of it. So we have a small injection molding machine in our laboratory, actually. It's also very handy to try out our own material with them. And so we can actually produce right now, even now we could produce a small amount already. And yeah, we will see how it works, you know, in further development, but that could be definitely a possibility.
Yeah, I would really hope to contact you within the week, because I have a partner that would love to talk with you guys right now.
Okay, great. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you, Samuel.
Thank you.
Thank you, Ulrike and Sarah, for the pitch. Good job. And we will now move to the next presenter, which is Mia Belle Girls, presented by Rafi. So, hi, Rafi.
Hi, my name is Rafi Nagli. A pleasure to be here. Founder and CEO of multiple fashion brands, and originally born and raised in Latvia, now living in Miami. I actually let David to present, and David should share the presentation. David, you're on mute.
Hello, David. Hello. Hi, David.
Yes, sorry about that. Hi, my name is David Nagli, and today I'll be presenting Luna Holdings, the fashion tech portfolio company of the future, containing our flagship brand, Belle Girls. First, a bit of background on our team. Rafi Nagli, who you just heard from, is our CEO and founder. With 30 years of experience in the software optimization and management, he's a former exec at Dell and Geoscape and founder of multiple e-commerce ventures. My name is David Nagli, and I'm the CTO. My background is in the military, but I've always had a passion for building interesting solutions and solving complicated problems. I'm also the builder of Commerce-Centric. On our team is also Kate Boyer, who's a luxury industry founder, who you guys might know from previous events here at the Founders Startup Club, and has deep experience in the growth stage fashion brands and strategic exits. A bit of background and an origin story. Rafi began developing e-commerce solutions over a decade ago, applying lessons from decades of experience in enterprise tech. His first D2C venture was children's sleepwear. A portfolio ensued, each powered by early versions of Commerce-Centric. Each business operated lean, scaled fast, and proved the model. But then we decided to take it to the next level. In 2017, Rafi acquired Belle Girls for only $250,000. Using Commerce-Centric, our proprietary technology, Rafi grew it from $1 million to $17 million in annual revenue in just 7 years. A bit of background on Belle Girls. Belle Girls is a D2C girls clothing brand. We design, manufacture, and sell trendy, affordable, and beautiful matching sets, dresses, and mommy and me outfits, all crafted to put a smile on every little girl. Based in Miami, we've built a loyal customer base across the US through our unique in-house designs, frequent new arrivals, and joyful brand experience that celebrates confidence, imagination, and that special bond between mom and daughters. Our mission is simple: to help every girl feel stylish, unique, and proud of who she is. Today, we've scaled Belle to over 1 million customers, shipping over 500,000 units annually, and have thousands of custom designs and patterns. In addition, our margins and stats speak for themselves. But we're more than just that. Our vision is to build more than just one e-commerce brand. We're here to build a fashion tech brand portfolio optimized by our proprietary AI native technology, Commerce-Centric. We're building a replicable system for launching cash flow positive, category leading e-commerce businesses. And the brains of our operations is Commerce-Centric, our software. It's more than just a CRM, ERP, PLM, CMS, all those mumbo jumbo abbreviations that exist in the world. The whole is truly greater than the sum of its parts. Commerce-Centric is our fully integrated AI native e-commerce operating system that unifies every aspect of an e-commerce business, from inventory management to order management to procurement and design to merchandising, finance, and customer service. It truly handles it all. It unifies all this into an advanced data architecture that allows us to have seamless, instantaneous decision making. Think about it as the Tesla autopilot for e-commerce. It allows for predictive, real-time, and fully integrated decision making. While I can't go into detail on every aspect of what Commerce-Centric does for confidentiality reasons, we do have some exciting features that I'm ready to present today that demonstrate what we can do when we unify all of the data from all of these systems into a single place. An example of this is our ultra-efficient warehouse operations. So because of the fact that we have the same software to do all these aspects, we can create a 3D model of our warehouse and create optimal pick and pack routes. But we can do more than just that. We can also do predictive workforce planning because of the fact that the same software also predicts future purchase order, future inventory, and buyer behavior. We're also able to predict when we're going to need more employees in the warehouse to fulfill future demand on orders. This also allows us to strategically place items in the warehouse because we know when future demand will need to be met. This allows us to do something really cool. We can fulfill over 500,000 in annual shipments with just 3 full-time warehouse employees and no reliance on any external 3PLs. This is just a single example of the many features within Commerce-Centric that are fully enabled thanks to our unique data integrated structure. Belle is also very interesting on the retail side. We have 3 main growth and expansion channels. We're expanding into wholesale through 200 plus independent boutiques in the US Northeast, as well as some big box retailers such as TJ Maxx. We've successfully launched on several online marketplaces such as Target and Nordstrom. And we've partnered with some really exciting influencers and brands such as Like Nastya, the biggest kid influencer in the world, LOL Surprise, and Smiley World, amongst others. Now is the time to invest. AI native e-commerce tools are just beginning to emerge. New tariffs are forcing retailers to rethink their supply chains, and consumer behavior is shifting towards interactive omnichannel experiences. We've already experienced product market fit and traction. Now, all we need is the fuel. Let's build the future of retail. We've built a system, we've proven the results, and now we're ready to scale it. Commerce-centric is the engine, Miabel is the proof, and now let's scale it together to redefine the future of retail. Today, we're asking for a Series A investment at $3 million for 20% equity at a pro forma valuation of $15 million. As an option B, we're looking for a $2 million in cash as well as a $2 million line of credit. We're looking to use the proceeds for three main pillars. The first of this is existing brand growth. We've already proven the business model and we've already established our work in this existing brands. And now we just need some fuel to light the fire, to continue to light the fire. We're looking to buy more inventory, shorten our pre-order windows. As I mentioned in the previous slide, expand into retail and wholesale and scale our influencer partners and paid media advertisement. In addition, our second pillar is tech expansion. Commerce-centric is really a cool product, and we really believe that through some funding in the R&D space, we're going to be able to create some very exciting tools, which will then lead full funnel back into our e-commerce business. In addition, at the end of the day, we're a tech, our tech influence e-commerce portfolio, and so we're looking to also launch 2 more in-house brands within the portfolio, as well as acquire 2 more brands with our target portfolio. All capital would flow into Luna Holdings SPV, which currently operates and owns our current brands, as well as would operate the future brands. Thanks to this, we plan to take $3 million in and produce $30 million in net gains by taking these 2 existing brands and scaling into 4 new brands with 40 million new revenue, with a target EBITDA in 3 years of 15 to 20%, which gives us a 3 to 5 step up potential. Thank you for everyone's time, and I would love to take some questions.
Thank you so much. Thank you for the pitch, David. Let's start with Samuel.
Sure, David. Nice to meet you. Great presentation, great product, and it's incredible. Where are you manufacturing most of your products at now?
So we have a diverse supply chain. About 50% is in China. Historically, 50% was in China, 50% in Miami, Florida. You know, as you guys all know, due to recent legal changes and tariff changes, everyone's been shifting their supply chain. We've also diversified significantly. We now have El Salvador, India, Bangladesh, as well as a few other exciting countries.
Okay. And as far as your new products that you're planning to launch, can you give me an idea where you're going there next? You said you're looking for capital to launch new products. What are you looking for next?
Yes.
What categories?
So there's kind of 2 pillars to this. So there's the software side and there's the retail side. And so on the retail side, we're constantly designing and manufacturing new products and new collections. And on the software side, we're looking to expand into a few, actually, we're going to create a few separate SaaS offerings, which will actually boost our data for machine learning models, as well as continuing to scale by acquiring and launching new in-house brands, which will allow us to use our operational strategies as well as our software to take them to the next level.
Great, thank you.
Of course. Thank you for your question.
Thank you, Samuel. Let's move to Luca.
Thanks for, hold on, where's my video? Oh, there's my video. Thanks for the presentation, amazing. Looks really good. And it's always a shame that all you guys are in America. I'm in Europe, so I would be really interested. So we'll see. And what I didn't get yet? What's the traction that you have so far? I mean, what has been the development like from a commercial point of view?
Luca, just to clarify, are you referring to the software side or to the retail side?
The retail side.
Oh, to the retail side. So we've already scaled the brand from 1 million to 17 million in revenue. We've currently been primarily selling in the United States, exclusively advertising in the United States. We have a lot of potential to expand globally, as well to expand to other channels besides just D2C retail on our own store. So we're looking to
Yeah.
launch wholesale marketplaces and obviously global expansion potentially to Europe.
So those 17 millions, they come from your online only.
Yes, 99% exclusively on our D2C store.
Okay, got it. And how have you been financing the whole business so far?
Believe it or not, the whole business is bootstrapped. So we just
Oh.
we launch and scale. Yeah.
It's nice, but exhausting, I know.
Yes, very.
All right, cool. Thank you so much. We'll be in touch.
Thank you so much for your questions.
Thank you, Luca. Now let's hear Claire's feedback.
Thank you for the presentation. Two quick questions. The first is, why do you want to launch 2 more in-house brands? Wouldn't it be more effective to grow Mia Belle? You know, put all your energy into that, because I assume you have a sort of limit to the size of the team, etc. And you know, it's difficult for a new business to get brand recognition. So why are you not putting all the effort into growing Mia Belle rather than launching 2 more in-house brands? And then I've got a second question.
Okay, yeah. Well, the first question was an excellent question. So there's 2 primary reasons. Well, first of all, we would continue to expand Mia Belle, right? So this is kind of a 3-pronged approach. We're going to increase, you know, and scale into new brands as well as increase Mia Belle on its own. But by increasing our presence to other brands, we're actually able to accomplish 2 main things. The first is we're able to reuse the same model that we've created using commerce-centric and using our business model and use it to scale new brands. It's already worked with 3 brands before. Why wouldn't it work on the 4th? The second reason is because of the fact that we're able to use our AI models as well as our customer data across the entire portfolio. And so the new brands we're looking to launch and expand into would be across the same vertical, also advertising to women in the same age range. And so we'd be able to use all of that data to actually scale much faster than a typical business might. And while we're far from our total addressable market or the serviceable addressable market in our industry, we really believe that by taking a 2-pronged approach and kind of expanding the existing one while also creating new ones, we'd be able to achieve optimal results.
Thank you. And then my second question is, what's your exit plan? And do you plan to still keep Mia Belle and the other brands sort of combined with what is effectively a, you know, software and tech company, or is your exit plan to sort of separate the companies?
Our exit plan is to keep everything together. We strongly believe that an e-commerce aggregator or private equity would actually strongly benefit from this. And so if someone else owns a bunch of e-commerce brands, they would be very interested to not just take on ours, but also to take on our software to optimize the rest of their brands as well.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you very much, Claire.
Thank you.
Now we have, let's hear from Laura. Laura.
Thank you, David, for your amazing presentation. And I really think that Mia Belle is the proof of the hard work that you put and your effort that you put in the tech part. And I have just a quick question, and if you can share a little bit more the split of the channels where you're selling Mia Belle. I mean, e-commerce, okay, and then kind of other meta channels or influencers channels. Anything that you can share a little bit more?
That's a great question. So we've, to date, at least up until half a year ago, have exclusively only been selling on our e-commerce store. So we scaled all the way to 17 million just on Shopify. Now it's time to expand. And so now that we've achieved a level of brand recognition within the United States, we're looking to expand to other channels such as wholesale and other marketplaces as well. But 99% of our sales are from our store D2C.
Okay, and not any influencers, channels, anything related to influencers or...
So we've been working with one influencer like Nastya, the influencer I mentioned. She's the largest kids influencer in the world. She's been advertising our products and sending people to our D2C store to buy them.
Okay, thank you. And my second question is about the recurrent part of your customer base. Basically, are you now satisfied about your customer lifetime value, or what you can do to do more? on that?
Yes. So being in a kids apparel industry is a blessing and a curse. There's something very annoying that kids grow out, but there's also a blessing that kids grow every year, which means that the parents need to repurchase every year. And so our LTV is actually very strong. We have over a 50% repeat customer rate on our store. So we think it's actually a very interesting opportunity, the fact that it's kids apparel and kids, you can retarget them pretty much every year for every occasion. We sell a lot of occasions, and it's pretty consistent. We are also looking to expand. The two new brands that we'd be launching would be in complementary verticals, not apparel. So it would be in the beauty space, and there we could actually target LTV in a much different way. And so even the same woman could continue being a repeat customer for many years after the child grows out of Miaba.
Thank you so much, David.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much, everyone, for the feedback, and thank you for the pitch, David. We
Thanks.
will now move to the last presenter of the evening, which is Brella, presented by Hugh. So whenever you're ready, you can share your screen and start the presentation. Hello, can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Yeah. Hello, hi, welcome. Can you share your screen?
I'm trying right now.
Okay.
Do I need permission to share it at your end?
Should be fine.
Okay, I got it now.
Yeah.
There you go. Can you see it?
Yes, can see it. Perfect. Yes, I'm starting the timer. Yeah.
Okay, great. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Brella Nation, where we make the high-performing, customizable, waterproof, sustainable, and gender-neutral rainwear. I don't know if I can just... The problem with... there's several problems with high-performance rain gear currently on the market. They're very expensive, they're restrictive in the shoulders, they use pit zips for cooling, and have limited peripheral vision. The solution is the Brella, and which has the highest performance for the price in the industry, with zero restriction in the shoulders. You keep cool with cross venting and snap-on sleeves, as well as a retractable hood with 180-degree peripheral vision. The Brella is the first rain jacket to be customizable, be lifestyle, 20K waterproof, gender neutral for $99. Now, 20K waterproof probably means nothing to you, but Gore-Tex Pack Light is 28K waterproof. So we're close in waterproof performance. Now, gender neutral means one size fits most, regardless of gender or body size. Our revenue model is both B2C and B2B, and the image shows where we can make money. The models do not account for new tariff rates. The global opportunity for rainwear in 2030 is going to be 5.9 billion, with a CAGR of 5.7%. And you can see, that there's a lot of demand for it in every continent around the world. The target markets that we are getting into are outdoor, ad promotion, fashion, collegiate, and major league sports, and cruise and resort markets. All of those have great opportunity for the Brella. From a competitive analysis standpoint, the Brella has similar waterproof and breathable properties as several name brands. However, we're much more affordable. And when people say they're waterproof, they generally mean between 2 to 5K waterproof. The Brella is 20K waterproof. And again, as referenced, Pack Light, Gore-Tex Pack Light is 28K waterproof. This graph shows what our performance levels are, our SRPs, waterproof and breathable, and how we really outshine all the competition that's out there for the performances that they have and for what we have. Our unique selling proposition is we have the best performance for price in the industry. Our gender-neutral design ensures that your inventory purchases are decreased because there's no sizing, and you have minimal, if any, expensive returns. And in apparel, there's 30% return rate and 53% due to sizing, which is an opportunity of a 16% increase in revenue because 53% of 30 is 60. So returns, is anybody who's in apparel knows, can absolutely kill you. And we are sustainable. All the materials are 100% recyclable, and our PFAS rating is C0. Walmart was our first retailer, and we also sell on the website. And we had some very good discussions with Costco 2 years ago, but we couldn't get in there because only 20% of your revenue can be from them, and we'd have to have $2 million in revenue, which we didn't have, for them to give us a $400,000 purchase order. So that's why we're looking for a partner. Our go-to-market strategy. I mean, one of the things we have is the product is developed, the supply chain is developed, everything is developed. We just need to scale, and so we need to partner with somebody who's already got existing distributions in the markets that we want to leverage their economies of scale. And the options for the partner are to either sell the Brella in their channels. We can do a private label for them, which gives them higher margins. They can license our utility and design patents, and we're open to other options. Our IP is we've got 2 utility patents issued, 1 design issued, one pending. We've got Brella is our registered trademark, and we've got 5 domain names that are assigned. I'm the founder, inventor, president and CEO of the company, also a veteran. I'm a 9-time founder and entrepreneur, and we've got an all-star board of advisors. Clark Gordon, who's an outdoor sports executive. Dante was EVP of sales for Bausch & Lomb and also for Pictometry. And Stu Marsh, our CFO, is an M&A executive and very well versed in the finance market. Our exit strategy is to sell the company and IP within 3 to 4 years to 1 or more partners or licensees. Because we're into different verticals, it's very possible that we could sell our patents to somebody in fashion who's not in outdoor sports, and vice versa. Because if somebody's in one, they're probably not in the other. And we'd love to take this journey with you, and I appreciate your time. And this is what our Brellas look like. We've got a poncho, a jacket, a half jacket, and a hybrid, and we've got any colors you want, and those are our features. And I would like to answer any of your questions.
Thank you so much for the pitch. Thank you. Okay, let's move to the feedback part, and let's start with Samuel.
Sure. See, good, great presentation, great product.
Thanks.
Question as far as you seem to be your issue is sales. And right now, where is the percentages of your sales broken down to? I saw Walmart and some of those guys, but are you doing major volume with those guys?
No, well, we did $35,000 with Walmart.
Okay.
And then we ran into problems with their supply chain where we would ship product to their distribution centers, and they weren't being entered into the system, so we weren't getting paid. So we don't exchange Christmas cards anymore. So we're not doing business with Walmart anymore. Costco was very interested in it. Because
okay.
it's
I don't want to waste your
unisex design, it's very intriguing to people.
So where are you doing your business now? What stores or online, or how are you doing your business?
Well, right now, we're still up on Walmart, and we're selling off our website. And we got into Macy's a year and a half ago, but they've delayed us because they're closing 150 stores, and they're not ready for us to come back in. So basically, it's just our online sales from our website, and that's under 5,000 a year. So we're not getting attracted. So that's why I need a partner that has the marketing and distribution arms that we don't have.
Are you manufacturing it domestically? Because it seems like an easy product to make.
No, this is currently made in China. It could be made anywhere, but if you make it in the U.S., obviously it's going to have higher price points.
That's not always true.
Well, that's also true. That's correct.
No,
Depends on landed
there's a
costs, right.
change coming on now with the new type of technology that we're using to manufacture here. So
Right.
there's a lot of other variables that you've got to take into consideration when you start talking about time of shipment, duties, and all the things that you're dealing with.
Yep.
Basis on-demand customization now.
Yep. Correct.
Thank you.
Thank you, Samuel.
Thank you, Samuel. Let's hear Laura's feedback.
Yes, thank you, Hugh, for your amazing presentation. I love very much the product. And my question is if you're also looking at expansion outside the US, or you're only focusing within the US, especially for the partnership, especially for the numbers, let's say.
No, we want to go global with this, which is why we need a partner. So we need somebody, an ideal person would be a Reebok, an Adidas, Under Armour, somebody like that that's into all the markets that we want to get into, and do it globally as well. And they, of course, would have the economies of scale not only in manufacturing, but also in transportation that I don't have. And to Samuel's point, when you're a small company, your supply chain is going to cost you an awful lot more than if you get some economies of scale.
Yeah, of course, it makes sense. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you for questions, Laura. And yes, Claire?
Most of my questions have been answered, thank you, but just one quick question. In terms of customer acquisition, you have highlighted that that's the biggest challenge, but how have you gone about getting the brand name out there?
Yeah, well, one of the things we tried to do was get on Amazon, and because our brand name is Brella, if you search for Brella, you'd get 40 pages of umbrellas. So that was a challenge. Facebook ads wouldn't take any ads because we had the word hunting on our website, so they thought we sold guns and ammo. So we finally got that squared away. But to do we haven't done a lot of marketing because we haven't had the money to do it. We've spent significant amounts of money getting our IP, because I always thought this would be an IP play and get as much revenue as we can. Then, of course, COVID hit. That didn't help. And so marketing, we just haven't done a lot of marketing. And so, which is why we don't have, 2 million in sales.
Yeah, sure.
So you can have the best product in the world, as you well know, if nobody knows about it, you can't do anything.
Yeah. So. Thank you.
Yep.
Thank you, Claire. And now, yes, Luca.
Good, thank you. Good presentation. Totally true what you say. I mean, either you have good marketing or you have good sales, or you have both.
Right.
That's for sure best. So it seems like it's not easy for you to get into retailing, right? Because retailing is like getting weaker and weaker. At least that's what's happening here. Did you ever think about an online-only strategy?
Well, we are selling online, but
yeah,
and getting into retail, you're right. A lot of people don't want to add new vendors.
Yeah.
They're not used to a unisex rain jacket, a gender neutral rain, although
sure.
Gender neutral clothing has been around since the Romans in the form of a poncho, right? But from a rain jacket standpoint, basically it's a new category. And so you've got a new category, you got a new vendor. So, you know, you're kind of the 200-pound salmon swimming up the Columbia River. But having said that, we've made some pretty good progress with some of these retailers, but we just haven't been able to, get the order. And from a buyer's standpoint, if they've got a product they've been buying for 10 years and there's no problem, why do they want to add a new product that's may or may not work out for them, right? And buyers live from year to year, as you well know. So it's been a problem getting into retail, and that's no different than my brand or any other new brand. But with the changes in retail, online to me is definitely the way to go. And we've been going after an older market because 2/3 of everybody goes into our website is in on a desktop. That tells me we got an older demographic. That's the good news. The bad news is these people are probably brand loyal, and so we're going after the younger crowd now. Who aren't brand loyal, and so people are reluctant to change as they get older. So we've had some challenges, and I've started several companies. It's been the hardest, mainly because it's so capital intensive. It's been fun, but it's been frustrating too. So you can have a great product, but if the other party doesn't see how they're going to make immediate sales, I mean, we've had $200 million companies want to sell it in the outdoor space, but their salespeople didn't want to wait a year to get commissions. They didn't want to do the missionary work, and the CEO can't force them to take it because then it's on the CEO. It's not on them. So it's not that we haven't had people interested in it. We have, but there's been a variety of reasons. I'm blaming nothing on COVID. I mean, other than you don't have access to people. But it's been a challenge. And when you start with a new category, especially something that's unisex, it's different. And so there has been some reluctance, but I do see changes in that. And I do see other products coming out very similar to mine, not the same, but where they're doing more unisex sizing. So I think I'm ahead of the curve, but I got a great product. I just got to partner up with somebody who's got deep pockets. I have put 160,000 into this, and so it's not that it hasn't had money into it, but a lot of that's gone into legal. And so, but I need somebody who's got the distribution and sees the value in it. And I've had the head of product development for Under Armour and Adidas and Reebok all ask for information, but you can never get a hold of these people. So,
I understand.
We have interest, but we've got to get somebody that sees the value in this and is willing to move forward with it. So, and in the US we've got some very good patents. So,
and how many items have you sold so far? I didn't get that.
We've sold, I think, 1,100 or 1,200 on the website, plus what we've sold 35,000 to Walmart.
Which you didn't get paid for.
Well, I got paid some of it, but not all of it. I put it this way: I didn't buy a new suit with it, with all the money they paid.
Okay. No, cool. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Great.
Okay.
Any other questions?
No, I think now that the time is up now, like in a minute or so. So
Can I ask one more question?
yeah. Okay, sure.
How much inventory, Hugh, do you have in your stock now?
I probably have between 800 and 900, Samuel.
Okay.
I've got inventory for both the waterproof hats and the Brellas, and all the designs you see up there, I've got inventory for in various colors.
And your minimum cuts on each one of those?
I'm sorry, the minimum what?
Minimum production cut run, your production run, how much per unit per style from the factory?
Well, MOQs are 500.
Okay.
So for every one I want to do, like regardless of the design, they do 500. So.
All right, thank you.
Great. If you
Okay.
have any questions, my information is on the presentation, and I appreciate your time and thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Great.
Thank you for the presentation. This was the final presenter for tonight, and we will be sharing the contact details of all the attendees after the event, so everyone will get everyone's emails in a day or two. So no worries. Thank you for joining the advisors, for your time and your feedback, and thank you to all the presenters for their inspiring presentations. And it was a good evening, like every time. And I hope you enjoyed it as well. And I hope to see you soon again at some future event at the Startup Club. So yeah, good night, everyone, and we'll be in touch soon with
Thanks so much.
with the recording and the contact list. Thank you so much.
Thank you, and have a good
Thank
evening,
you.
everybody.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Goodbye.
Thanks, everyone.